everyone. Nice to see you in our weekly meeting. Sorry that we are a little bit late, but better late than never. Now, our agenda today. Well, first, our roll call. We've got Louis Marinucci, who is there but is hidden by his virtual background. We've got Nico Cowell, Galit, and myself. Absent Robbie and Jeff. The agenda today is we're going to check in on our planned fall events, which are coming up. We've got DEMA and Folsom. We're going to review outstanding and ongoing tasks as well as our budget. So just like a quick check-in. And we're just going to check in and turn the ignition with Nico about the outreach group, or start turning the ignition to help support our fall events. And so an update about the fall events. Do you guys have anything to add to the agenda? No. Okay. Update about our events. Let's start with the closer one, which is Folsom. I can't believe that it's September tomorrow, which is the month of Folsom. I just came out of nowhere. Tickets. All people with plane tickets to buy have purchased the plane tickets, correct?
Yep.
Yes, exciting stuff. I keep on getting notifications from Chase that they're like changing my schedule around, which just gives me anxiety to no end. They keep on changing my flight times. It's not that different, but I just feel very unstable.
Me too.
Yeah, it seems like they're keeping it on the same day at least. And so as long as that happens, I'm okay. So tickets for Folsom are bought. Hotel accommodations, I believe we reserved them, right?
Yep.
Together.
They were bought. They're done.
Okay. Then the outstanding tasks for that one are finalizing the workshop format, which is going to inform our expenses, which is going to inform our budget, correctly?
Yes.
But I believe that the details that we mostly agree on is that it's going to be 2 sessions, at least 2 sessions, one of them for people who have more experience in kink safety, one for people who have more experience in freediving safety or breath hold safety, and they will be done in such a way that people could come to both and have a great time. I believe that the ratio will be approximately 12 people doing activities at a time in that pool, which that number came out of 6 people in the shallow end and 6 people in the deep end. Does that sound reasonable, Nico, for this amount of space and amount of available supervision?
Yeah, I mean, I think depending on what people are doing, you could put more people in the shallow end, because I feel like the people in the deep end will need more supervision, right? So like maybe it's only 2 or 4 people in the deep end while the rest of the group is just in the shallow end. There's enough room that they can be in pairs doing something that in the shallow end with less issue.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Is there room on the deck for, like, if we increase it to like 8 or 10 people, that like, or well, maybe not 10, maybe, well, just so that maybe somebody's like tying on the deck and then somebody's underwater and then they can switch. Is there enough room?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge space, but there's definitely room for people to sit on the pool edge or on the deck, which is probably like 4 feet deep around the pool.
Okay, maybe we'll increase it to about like 16 participants or something like that then. But at least we're in the right ballpark, correct?
Yeah.
Great. And we're hoping, and Nico's going to confirm, we're hoping to have either a professional photographer or a not professional photographer at the event to capture cool scenes and photos. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to somebody and see what he has to say if he's available and interested.
Okay, that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna and the other thing that we agree on is that I'm gonna send over marketing, graphics, and copy first draft today just to get reviewed by you guys, and I'm hoping to post it tomorrow on all of the appropriate apps and maybe a Facebook event. Maybe so. Okay. Moving on.
Wait,
That
I
was
want
full.
to say.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. We're still talking about Folsom.
No, I'm about to move
Okay.
on to Dima.
Then I just want to say one thing. I was thinking that it might make sense to just print more of the sticker and not worry about like redesigning a new flyer for Folsom because we already have the sticker made. I feel like that's like a easy thing for us to reprint. People can stick on their pockets, stick on their water bottle.
I have so many. I have thousands of them right now.
Okay. Well,
I have enough to supply our
I
whole
have a
event.
tiny little stack left here.
I think I have enough to supply our whole event, and I even try to mail them to Galit in that box to get rid of some of my stacks.
Okay. So, I mean, not that I'm opposed to creating a flyer, but I often, flyers get kind of end up on the ground or whatnot. I feel like a sticker is going to be more of like a valued item that people will stick in their pocket, and it's small. People you will see at Folsom are not wearing a lot of clothes.
Galit, you're on mute.
That are smaller.
Yeah. I have some of the stack of stickers. Also, I am so down to not have a flyer for this event because I just feel like there's going to be so much happening and they're probably just going to get thrown out and it'll reduce some of our costs. Plus, we have another way to hook people, which is the photo booth, which I think is going to be like a nice draw for people. And I can, we can put information onto the logo of the photo booth for them to be able to find us.
Yes, I also think that to give the attendees something that they will value, it might be a good idea for me to throw together an infographic of like kink breath hold / water safety 101 with just like the most important stuff for people who won't come to the workshop because they might want to know.
Okay, so is that yes to a flyer or is
that's yes? No. That's yes to like one poster that we can print out at Staples or something with a QR code of like learn more if they are interested in, but just like the 10 commandments of, or maybe that won't sit well with a lot of but you get what I'm saying. Some kind of like do's and don'ts.
Here could be a cool thing. Nico, do you have like a whiteboard or a chalkboard or something that we can add to our booth?
I have a small one that I can travel with.
I don't have one at home.
I have 30 small ones. I have 30 like paper letter size ones. I don't know.
I was actually like in my head when you said that, I was thinking whiteboard behind us with a printout of the QR code and the, rules written out on it.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'll bring some of those and we'll just write whatever we want to. I love whiteboards there. Like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's cheaper. It's like reusable. It doesn't have to be, and then we can put the actual rules up on the link tree. Like whatever you want them to know, like we can add it to the link tree.
It'll inspire water safety a little bit more. That the goal is to kind of tease people with the idea of aqua kink, but to like give them something that they would value, which is safety overall, always increasing underwater safety and getting people to be interested and start conversations.
Yeah.
Maybe some photos or something could be cool, but I don't think we have time. Next year. I'm hoping to do a good job in return. So, all right. I think that summarizes that ends our September Folsom conversation. Speaking of DEMA, which is November, tickets and hotel booked.
So I still have to book my plane tickets. I think I'm going to hold on a little bit, but the hotel is booked. The hotel is booked for us. I know Nico and both Nicole and Nico have booked flights. I am just figuring out, or like trying to figure out what my schedule is as far as like when I need to be in Arizona, and going to try to base my tickets on that, because I might have to come a day later or whatever, but either way, hotels are booked. I'll think about maybe just booking my flight regardless and just whatever. But I have not booked. My flight to NOLA I haven't booked yet.
Okay. That's cool. Tickets to DEMA to enter. I have mine. What about you guys? Are we going to do the DEMA membership? Did we find out that that's, if it's 2 people, I think it is the most cost efficient way to go?
Yeah, I'm thinking that unless Nico has his own DEMA membership, that we should just both go under the Divers-ity and get, I don't remember, is there a discount for a nonprofit membership?
I don't think so, but either way, it like makes sense.
Yeah, so we'll do, because I think that's what we did last year, is I went under Divers-ity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we get the membership and have that come out of Divers-ity funds. The two, my ticket and Nico's ticket.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna register. Like, let's register like today or tomorrow for sure.
Okay, and then Nico, I know we had like briefly discussed maybe partnering with the Buddy app at DEMA, like all over the place right now. Buddying with the Buddy app at DEMA, and like I know that you've spoken to them a couple of times. Is there any kind of plan for that?
Yeah, so the first time we spoke, we just threw around a bunch of ideas. They went back to, I think, the larger team, and it sounds like where it sits at this moment is that they're planning to drop an article a day while they're in DEMA about varying topics. I don't actually know what the other topics are, but they want to focus one of them on the Divers-ity Initiative or ally tips, and it's been proposed that they're going to do like an interview with me and potentially one other of you if you're interested about the Divers-ity Initiative, our work, what we want to do, and the ally tips. And then they're going to write that into an article that we'll have approval on before it actually, goes out into the world, and then they will drop it while we're there. Right now, that's the only collaboration that's on the table. It doesn't mean that there might not be other opportunities, but for now, that's the one that they have offered up for sure.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. And then for DEMA, this is part of like igniting the outreach committee. It'd be really cool if we could organize a meetup on one of the days that does not coincide with one of the other major parties, to host our own party.
So on that note, I actually spoke to a friend of mine who went there recently, and they said we don't have much to worry about, that New Orleans is a very open town, and it always has been, and they felt safe there. They're part of our community, and they felt safe there. And that there is a large gay bar I don't remember if it was a gay bar or it's definitely a gay bar. I don't remember what the like theme of it was. I will ask them again. But they said that might be a good place to have people if we want to do like a meetup there. Like it's a very well-known spot. It's a great place, you know.
Do you know the proximity to like the convention center that Dima's held at?
I do not know. But I will say that, so as far as I remember from like where the convention center is situated, it is not too far from like the area where the bars and stuff are. It might be, you know, it's like going to depend on how far people want to walk. I know our hotel is like a 25-minute walk. Our hotel is right at the beginning of like, it's right at the beginning of the central business district, but it's literally across the street from the French Quarter. So
there usually are shuttles from hotels to convention centers often.
So I do not know that our specific hotel has a shuttle because I remember when because I've been there once before, they didn't have an airport shuttle. They're located in kind of like a very central area, and they have like a pretty much like fleet of taxis that come around. There are, however, shuttles to other things.
Okay,
so,
that's cool.
I mean, like, I know that there is a free shuttle that goes to that picks up and drops off at various hotels and goes to Mardi Gras World. And I wonder if like we could maybe hop that shuttle and get off somewhere close by to where we need to go.
Okay.
So, something like that. Like we might be able to like take advantage of some of the other free shuttles that are just running around constantly, and kind of get ourselves to where we need to go. But honest, like I walked pretty much everywhere there, and I did not feel like there were certain streets that felt a little unsafe, but like in a group, totally feels fine. And as long as you're not there like middle of the night, it felt super safe. It was just once the sun went down, like any big city where you're not really familiar, like there are these little side streets where once the sun goes down and it's a little dark, it gets a little creepy because you don't really know where you are. And if you're off,
I'm from New York. Come on. I've had people like, I'm not even gonna, it's not family friendly, but I mean, I'm not gonna talk with that attitude.
We still walk there. Like I was not deterred. I went on like the nighttime ghost walks.
Yeah. No ghost walks.
I'll
go with you on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's
not.
So much fun. It's so creepy. It is super creepy.
No.
I'm down.
For me, I'm not as concerned with like normal urban crime. I'm worried about ghosts, and I'm worried about scary people protesting drag queens or other stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't foresee any scary people protesting. Ghosts, there are plenty in New Orleans.
No, so I mean, unless we can invest in some kind of like ghost protection from me, like a shield.
Write it into the budget.
Yeah. It is a very ghost forward town.
Oh my god.
Get some sage.
It's I have had a breakup with one of my ex-boyfriends because we were in Colonial Williamsburg and I couldn't sleep at night and he was not empathetic at all. And he kept on scaring me about all the ghosts. And
we can go to like one of the voodoo shops and pick up something.
Absolutely not. You guys can have fun.
Look, Glee and I are gonna do these things and we won't tell you anything about it. How about that?
You better not do any voodoo on me either. Like I don't want to. Nope.
No.
We will. I respect that stuff. Okay. I respect that stuff. I respect the aliens that are watching us. I respect AI. I always thank ChatGPT. Like I don't know. You got to go through life with like a healthy respect for shit that's scary. Anyways, Okay.
I love the idea of doing a meetup. So to be honest, I've never been to New Orleans. I know nothing about New Orleans. So my priorities are that it's a safe area and that it's somewhat accessible to get to from the convention center. So Glee, if you feel like this is a good spot, then I think it's a matter of just picking a day and a time. So we should look at the schedule, I think, and figure out. And since you two both have been to DEMA, maybe you'll have a better idea. Because do they like publish all the events that happen in the evening? Like, how do we know if we're competing with something, or what's okay to compete with versus not? You know.
So they post their DEMA party, right? The DEMA dinner gala, whatever it is, where
the big ones are the Patty party. There's usually a Dan party. That's like a cool one that I like going to. And then there's usually like I don't know if they're going to do it this year, but there's like a DEMA Awards gala kind of party. And as long as you're not interfering with those major ones, you're probably okay. Yeah, but we should check the DEMA website again.
And is it one of those things where like the first and the last day there's a lot less people there and like the bulk of the people are there in the middle, or is it like we could do something the first night and still have good attendance, or no?
I think you could. Maybe like the second night is better because I feel like the first night everybody's like overwhelmed and talking to all their friends they just saw. So maybe like night 2.
Also, I want to give us like as long as it doesn't coincide with any of the other galas, like I would like to give us some time to promote it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love the idea of doing it day 1 either. I'm just trying to think about, like, I don't know the flow of DEMA, and I know some conferences you go to and there's like nobody there on day 1.
Yeah.
But some of them you go to and it's like pop in, but they don't often put an event on day 1 because I think of that like fatigue and all of that.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I just looked up where the convention center is. And funnily enough, it's kind of on the way to Mardi Gras World. So we may be able to like get off using, like be able to use their shuttle. But
can we have our meetup at Mardi Gras World?
What was that?
I don't even know what that is, but can we go to Mardi Gras World?
Oh yeah, like it was fun.
Like a Disneyland kind of thing? What is that?
No, so you get to see where they create the floats. So you get to see like the back end of float creation, like the artists working on it. All of the old floats are there. You get to like take pictures with them. It's basically just see the production.
Oh, you guys, I just went to this website, the Mardi Gras World one, and there are like official team building activities you can do. There's a mask making activity that you can do with the mask making workshop with a 20 guest minimum. Just maybe we do something like that.
I'm interested, but
you mean like as our meetup or just the 3 of us?
Maybe maybe as our meetup. Maybe
that could be cool. Like it would be something like fun, New Orleans. I feel like it wouldn't scare away the ultra conservatives, even though I'm kind of like
okay, my mask is gonna be so away. Gay. I'm just kidding.
But also having an activity where people have to do something together is often helpful for conversation, as opposed to just having like we're going to get together and try to shoot the shit can be hard for people. But if you're like focused on doing something, I feel like conversation tends to be more organic, or the shy people can be more shy.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So that was on mask making on Mardi Gras World. I'm sure that like, even if it's not like mask making at Mardi Gras World, I'm sure that there's plenty of opportunities with like independent creators and other kind of stuff. But I don't know. Let's look into this. It looks really cool.
Yeah. And like most of the gay bars that I'm looking at are kind of in the French Quarter, which is very close to us, and also not far from the convention center. like,
Okay.
again, I don't know the people that we're going to have attending, but like if they're walkers, it's like within a 20-minute walk.
But that's
Yeah.
also not too expensive of like a Lyft ride. I think I'm just trying to
Right.
avoid something that's like not, all the way
Ooh.
across town. So it's just like hour long or expensive trip.
Yeah, it's not
that
in
makes-
like
oh, sorry.
one of the other outer areas.
Cool.
I just put I'm going to share with you guys my notes from today, and I just put the link to the mask building activity. It looks really fun from the photos.
Is it free or does it cost money?
No, it costs money.
How much money?
I don't know how much money. I think
Okay.
it's less than $85 a person, because that's the mini float building workshop, and then mask building is under that.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Because you just also want to be mindful of that, right? Like, not we could have more than one meetup, but also like that. If it's something like $50, that might be hard for some people. Whereas like going to a bar or a restaurant, you can get a drink or an appetizer or something a little bit more affordable, or nothing. You can get water.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well,
honestly,
we'll find out.
You can also just make like I just did a tour. You can also just like meet up to go on a tour. There's going to be less ability to do talking there.
Yeah.
But,
it just can't be a ghost tour because otherwise Nicole is not going to come. No.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about at Mardi Gras World, but we could do there's tons of tours.
Okay.
Like, a vampire tour, we could do a witch tour, a ghost tour. I know all things you don't want to do. Jazz tour.
So this is what Khalid and I are going to do all week.
Cajun food tour. Like a gumbo tour. Like shit, you guys. Anyways, I'll provide.
Totally. I mean, this is.
I'll provide some updates.
Wait, how about each of us pick a tour that we go on together?
This is also
we could go gumbo.
We could do like a.
I'm gonna straight up say that this is the one place where our democracy at our nonprofit is. I'm gonna be a tyrant and just be like,
no.
What democracy? I don't care that everybody wants to go to a ghost tour or mess with the spirits. Like
the swamp tour would be fun.
It's in our bylaws. No messing with the spirits. No.
I mean, the swamp is the water too, right? Like I feel like that ties into appreciating the water that's in your area.
Those are a little far from like that involves like a longer Uber ride or like maybe some kind of pick up if you have a big enough group, maybe. I don't know. But I did a swamp tour and it was good. And it'll be better probably in November because I did it in like January and there were no alligators out because they were all hibernating.
Okay. That's interesting. I think we should just think about definitely we should do a group activity that probably is not a bar. And I like the idea of making arts and crafts, and I like the idea of touring a swamp or appreciating water related stuff. So
is this crowd, I feel like I know the answer, but like would they be interested in a pool party? Like if we hosted a pool party at our hotel as a meetup, or is that like, because this is like, professional, I don't know. Not that a pool
does
party.
Our hotel have pool parties?
I don't know.
Or guests or visitors allowed?
I don't know.
That's just an idea, right?
I think there's a pool.
I wonder if guests are allowed.
Yeah, so there is definitely a pool.
It's not a big pool, it's a tiny pool. I'm looking right now. It's like one of those Holiday Inn pools.
Yeah, it's kind of like a smaller pool. I don't know how they'd feel. So in order to get into the elevator, in order to go up to one of the floors, you need to have a key card. So, and that's like for safety reasons. So like, I don't know that.
The pool is tiny, by the way, like tiny enough that it would be hard to teach a scuba class in there, if that.
Yeah.
helps.
Oh, I was thinking just literally swimming around the pool.
No, like this one's like a glorified bathtub. Like maybe
also
like 8 to
have a
10 people
feeling-
max.
I also have a feeling that a lot of these people are not going to want to go to a pool party.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get that sense, because they're
Yeah,
all
no.
water people, and that doesn't really make sense for water people. But a lot of them are just like vendors.
Yeah. You guys, I'm gonna try to wrap up our meeting, but I did want to share 2 items of good news with everybody. Item of good news number 1, at our beach cleanup this Sunday. Oh, well, we had a really large news network. We're talking like over like almost like 1.5 million followers come and cover our beach cleanup. I don't know. They might air it. I don't know when they'll air it because I don't think that they got the footage that they wanted. So I think that they're going to come and try next month again. But we're talking like a giant news outlet, and I talked a lot about Underwater for All, and they were really interested in like the cleanup. But I don't know. We'll see what ends up in the final edit. But then the second piece of good news is that Denise Martin from, I think Bard, the one who was doing her degree in sustainability, her and we have at least one other confirmed teammate. So at least 2 people that are doing this MBA about organizational management want to come and help us achieve either Underwater for All or like the Beach 8th Street project. But they're all about like managing an organization and creating like a strategy for coalition building and all this different stuff. So they want to, their project for the semester is us. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty cool to have some dedicated volunteers and support. They want to meet us. Is there a time that works for you guys? Should they come onto our next live stream, or like what? How should we?
I mean, I feel like we probably shouldn't do it on live stream just because these are new people and don't know how comfortable they are. Like we've all agreed to be on live stream. You can't like make that assumption to other people.
We'll do an initial meeting with them.
Yeah.
And then do you have an idea like when?
I can mostly make myself available. The only day next week I'm not available next week, Wednesday and Friday. Other than that, I can more or less make myself available.
You said not. What about Thursday?
Thursday's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So if we wanted to do it like both, it would have to be after our meeting. But if we wanted to do it like after our meeting next Thursday, I'm available.
Okay. Sounds good, Nico?
Yeah, I can make that work next Thursday.
I'll tell her 1:45 my time.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Anything else? No, that's good. All right, guys. Motion to adjourn.
Yes.
All right, everybody. See ya.